Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Monster Rancher. In the last episode we started working on Rosewater here, who... he did okay in his first fight, but he was clearly not ready for it. I think he's... we've got an official tournament this week, and if I don't do it, the next one isn't until March. And no, I'm not going to risk it. Only because I don't think he's ready right now. I think it would come down to the wire. Like, I don't think we would do anything horribly badly if we failed on it, but I don't know. I don't like... I don't know. I prefer to dominate rather than barely get through, so have a taffy. We're also trying a practice run of our no-rest regimen that we will be using on our final monster. I shouldn't say final, because I don't know if they'll actually manage to get through everything, but we're going to try to combine buttons with Darth Naga, and I'm even going to use one of the worm... CD fragments when I do it, because worms are clearly what I'm good with, since they live a long time. But this will be our practice run to see if we can pull that off. Pull off that raising technique. One more week. Okay. Whoops. Not training. Not training, not training, not training. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Item, use. And then, oh, I never did finish my thought from the last episode. So in Monster Rancher 2, one of the tricks I found out was that when you battle and win, it fully resets a monster's stress. So if you entered every single tournament, you wouldn't even need whichever item lowered stress, which I think is mint leaves. You just need whichever item heals fatigue. So if this game works the same way, then we're going to be fine if I enter and win every single battle, which doesn't seem overly hard. We just have to make sure we've got the numbers to do so. Certainly the loyalty goes up really high when we win a battle, so you know, I'm feeling a little confident now. This no rest technique sounds like it's doable. Like the whole it felt more exacting in Monster Rancher 2, that you really had to pay attention to what you're doing, and it's hard for me to pay full attention to what I'm doing when I'm doing the show, since I'm having to speak and try to come up with interesting things to talk about. Which reminds me, I went to my show topics, and I have something to talk about. Because, okay, so, I know my audience. I know a lot of you have some sort of general anxiety or antisocial, not like, I shouldn't say antisocial because that sounds negative, but like, you know, you're nervous around groups, and that's totally acceptable. Like, everybody is like that. I'm like that, and I think that's one of the things that brings you to my channel, that I'm open about it. Now, I have talked at length that the show has beaten a lot of the shame out of me, and it's partly true. Ah, bite 'em! It's... oh, God. Your power is still so garbage, Rosewater. We have got to work on that. Because those moves, I mean... we can make you untouchable, but if all of your abilities... ah! Damn it. Okay. Scratch is definitely doing more damage. Not by much, but... percentage-wise, it's sizable enough. Oh, we're just gonna have to fucking fight. We don't have the luxury of not fighting constantly here. He's being too aggressive, and he's landing everything. Come on. Shit. Yeah, he's landing everything. We've got to get Rosewater's speed up, too. No, not now! Oh! Oh. Rosewater, we gotta work on your numbers, buddy. You're still not ready for the D class. Anyway, So my question to you all was, do you have general anxiety like I do still, even though I've done, even though YouTube has been really helpful for me working with speaking in public and being confident or faking confidence, a lot of my nervousness no longer exists, but I do still sometimes feel anxious or nervous when I'm doing something to potentially bother someone else. Like, the example I wrote down is that I still get nervous when I'm in a restaurant that has a fountain drink dispenser, and like there's a line forming up behind me. It makes me nervous, and it's not because I think anyone's gonna stab me in the back or whatever, but it's like I don't like being an inconvenience for people. So I get nervous about when this huge line forms behind me, because I'm like, oh god, am I taking too long putting ice in my cup? It's so weird. It's those things that make me start to panic a little. And I know if I ever did a PyroCon, and I always say that, I really don't ever expect I'll get big enough to justify one, but if I ever did, and there was like a line for autographs, I would start feeling nervous if I was signing shit too slowly, because I'd be like, oh god, I'm holding up all these people, and they have other things they want to do with their lives, even though in that specific context they would be lining up to talk to me. I would still be nervous about delaying people or being in their way. And it's weird that it makes me really cognizant of those behaviors. So I think maybe I overcorrect the opposite direction, but like if I'm in a grocery store and I'm at a shelf and I'm like considering my options, I'm always very aware of who's in the aisle, because if someone is approaching me, I will get my ass over to one side or the other so they can pass by. Because especially when I worked at Walmart, there was nothing more annoying than a customer or a group of customers who are like right in the middle of a grocery aisle, talking or laughing or chattering or otherwise not paying attention, and just delaying me to get my work done or delaying other customers to pass by them. And it's a habit my mom's got, where she'll like park her cart on the left side of an aisle, and then she'll stand on the right side of the aisle while she's considering her selections, and so she's taking up the whole aisle. So if someone has to come and wants to get through, then they sort of can't, because there's no room to get anywhere. And so I try to inconvenience other people as little as possible, because I don't know, it feels bad when I'm inconveniencing people. I was just basically constantly attacking during that entire fight, and we never ran out of guts. Tigers are ridiculous. I love them. They let me be very aggressive. So, yeah, I wondered if any of you feel any kind of general anxiety like that, because we have I won't name drop her just in case she doesn't want me to, but we have a fan who has been chatting with us a lot in the last month, 2 months, 3 months maybe. But she had been a lurker for 4 years on the channel. 4 years! And like, she was nervous about chatting with us, and I get it. I totally get that. Like, I in all the YouTube channels I watch, I lurk. I don't participate in the community, mainly because I don't have time, since I have my own freaking community to work with. So, I just wondered how your general anxiety is, or if there is a specific thing that you have found that, for whatever reason, you have trouble with in a social setting. That might spike your stress or whatever. So, it's just a fascinating topic for me. And for me, I'm just slowly finding ways around those limitations. But, it's still tough sometimes, man. It can be tough trying to navigate life and the busyness of life. For me, it helps that I'm in a small town, relatively speaking. my city of Xenia, Ohio has 26,000 people in it last I knew. And it's pretty small compared to, say, the town, you know, the big cities. I thought that animation was a little different, so I was like, did you fail that, or... Oh, good job, Rosewater. 4 wins. I'll take it. And you mastered a new technique. Who's a good? You're a good. Yes, you is. So yeah, it's only weird specific things. And then for me, I've gotten to the point where I can feel, I can feel when I'm starting to get nervous, because there are, I don't know if I show it, but I start to shake a little bit. I'll start to feel a little enclosed. I'll start to feel like everything I do has to be done immediately. And the problem is, when I do that, a lot of times that just makes the situation worse. Like if I'm at that fountain drink dispenser and I start to feel nervous, I might shake and not get the ice or the drink in my cup, which is just going to slow everything down even more. So, you know, it's weird, man. I'm constantly having to try to tamper that down and calm down and just try to be. And that sounds probably weird for a lot of people who don't have general anxiety or nervousness, but I have a feeling that if you are one of the people who do have general anxiety or nervousness, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can feel exactly what I'm talking about. And the weirdest part is how it manifests itself into very specific situations like that. Like, when I flew out to Chicago last year, I had no nervousness whatsoever about the airport. I almost lost my laptop and my Switch in O'Hare because I checked them in security and forgot to go get them. Or I just forgot to grab them off the belt. So I got all the way to my gate, and I was going to pull out my laptop or the Switch to kind of kill some time. And then I realized, holy crap, I don't have my Switch or my laptop. So I'm like, well, shit. So I checked the time. I knew I had plenty of time. So I just calmly went back, asked the security officer, you know, for my stuff back. You know, that didn't make me nervous. And the number of people in the airport didn't make me nervous. Trying to get into the plane and having all those people behind me didn't make me nervous. None of that made me nervous. What made me nervous is getting a fountain drink at a restaurant. It's very strange, and that one at least is consistent. So I don't know if that's some sort of weird, like, hardwire that I've forgotten about from my youth, or if it's... I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. Human brains are weird. Why can't we all just be perfect robot creatures? Ah! Nice hit. That was his new technique. I haven't even gotten a chance to look at it yet. Okay. God, stop! Let me look at the numbers! 43% chance to hit versus... Well, that doesn't help me either. Versus a 51. Okay, so Scratch is a higher to hit. No, actually, they're about equal. Scratch is a slightly higher to hit. Okay. But the 1-2 is a lot more damaging. Yeah. That's fairly accurate, all things considered, even against a Suezo. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Good job, Rosewater. Ooh. Oh, I miss Thunderpuff. We were going to house sit for my building manager, the owner of Thunderpuff. Well, she calls him Thunderstorm, but he's too puffy for that. So we call him Thunderpuff. I was going to shoot some videos of Thunderpuff and put them on the channel, because those videos... Holy crap, do those videos do well on this channel? Who knew that in my Let's Play channel, specifically focusing on video games, the videos that tend to do the fastest and best views are live-action doggo videos that have nothing to do with me? Ah, crap. I just want to get some move in, since he was fooleried. Well, all the speed training is helping out, that's for sure. So this is what I'm talking about. If he always hits and can never be hit, then we'll win a match. I don't need the knockout. We don't need the KO, we just need the W. Oh, I'm at 99. Good God. Spam, 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 spam. Spam, 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 spam. Hold. Attack. Hold. Attack. Wow, made that look easy. Good job, Rosewater. Way to play. Always hit, never be hit. That's all we need, man. That's all we ever need. This is looking up. I've got a lot more confidence in Rosewater than I did with Bumwiggles, so... let's do this. By the way, I'm running out of names. I checked the comments list, and I am starting to run out of names, so if you have not named a monster yet, please let me know in episode 1 what you want a monster to be named. We've still got a couple, so, you know, it's not like I'm critically out here, but... even if you already had a monster named after you, as long as you're watching these videos, and I know you're watching, leave some comments and tell me what you want to see for monster names, and I will try to oblige. Alright, you're gonna have to start fighting back hard, Rosewater. Rhaegar's hitting you way too much. You've got to start dodging, buddy. Do it. Nope. Stick with 1-2, it's working. Don't start spamming yet. Don't bite, that's useless. Who knew that his jaws are not his strongest? I think he knows. I think the AI knows what I'm trying, because he keeps shifting. Rhaegar keeps shifting to keep me out of range of the 1-2. Didn't help him, though. Well done, Rosewater. Way to play. Fist bump. Paw bump. Bro huff. Is that still a thing? Is bro huffing still a thing? It's probably not still a thing. Alright, Rosewater gets to the D class, already doing much better than Bumwiggles did. Hopefully that means we can get him up to the B or the C, or even the A. Nice and quick. He's still made a decent profit from when we started with him, which is a little surprising. Alright. Yes, you're a good boy. Ah, shit, I should have said no. I'm being too gentle. I need to actually buy a snake and piss him off a little bit. Rosewater seems tired. Okay, so let's buy a snake. Just one. And then we'll otherwise buy out on taffies. Oh god, it's a wasp. I love spring and summer, but I hate bugs. Go away, wasp. Get out, get away from my property. Alright, so item use. Have a mystic snake. Start behaving yourself better, Rosewater. That's right, you're gonna puke it up. Alright, you have a taffy. Shit. Alright, so now you're going to be at maximum loyalty, I'm sure. Yeah, and he stopped puffing. Oh, his loyalty went down probably because of the Mystic Snake, but that's fine. I had to get him back to an even style. Did you just pee on me? Rosewater? I saw you lift your leg. Don't make me kick you. Alright, yeah, keep working on your accuracy there. Oh, that's not your accuracy. But I do need to get his speed up, too, because he's not quite as untouchable as I want him to be. I mean, I'm not going to be satisfied until he's breaking the meters with his speed, so... And especially, it doesn't seem like monsters ever have final guts in this episode, or in this game. Or grit, I think is what it was called in Monster Rancher 2. Where they get up on the last hit that should be a knockout shot. So, that's, you know, If we can never be hit, then we're going to be fine. If we can never be hit, we can always be hit. We will be fine. So that will do it for today. We're just going to keep this technique up for a bit, and this regiment up for a bit, and hopefully continue our trip to the E class. I mean the D class. I mean this B class. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode of me fumbling over words.